If you watched my last Transfer Tuesday and I explained how I have this really bad habit of squirreling away money, I did it again.
Hi, I'm Megan with Bethel Budgets. I'm here because it's more than just math. At some point, you've probably built a budget. You've laid out your income, you've laid out your expenses, and thought it's simple math. I'll just stick to what's on the paper. But then life happened and your budget didn't work out. The reason? Because it's more than just math. That's where I come in. Let's figure this out together. Don't give up. You've got this.
We're back with another Transfer Tuesday. I am very excited about Transfer Tuesday. It's a day where we get to move our money in the right direction. This was an idea started by Penny's Not Perfection, but I got the idea from Katie of the House, and I love Transfer Tuesday because no matter how big or small the amount, we are moving our money towards our goals. So I always tell my budgeters to schedule your transfers, and that's how this came about for us, is that I always say move your money, move your money, move your money. So you don't have all this money in all these different places. You have all these different sources of income, and they may be on different cards, like your BioLife card, all these different debit cards, your Tippy card, your BioLife card. Other sources of income come from different places. They're getting direct deposited into all these different places. You want to transfer that money over to wherever it needs to be. You need to transfer it over to your main checking account so you can pay off your debt. You need to transfer it over to your high yield savings for your sinking funds. You need to transfer that money in the right direction, and that's what Transfer Tuesday is all about. It's just a catchy name. You don't have to do it on a Tuesday. Today's not Tuesday for me. I'll post the video on Tuesday because I'm calling it Transfer Tuesday, but today's actually Saturday, and that's when I can film my videos. So I'm filming my Transfer Tuesday on a Saturday. Pick a day of the week that is good for you and transfer your money. Pick a day of the month. I do mine monthly. A lot of people do theirs weekly. It depends on where you are in your budgeting journey. If you are to a place where you have all these different sources of income and you need them to get your monthly budget intact, transfer it weekly. If you are to a place where you have a buffer or you have your bill account a month ahead, then maybe you can transfer everything over monthly. I do mine monthly. We don't have any, well, we started the year off with no debt. We have a little bit of debt now with our phone that we had to buy. Watch my emergency fund video. It'll explain all of the emergencies that we came across and how we're handling those. But we won't have that for long. But I still do my Transfer Tuesdays and my debt payoff. I do all of that once a month because I have a buffer and I'm a month ahead. So I've been doing this for a long time though. You may not be in that position. Pick a day of the week, pick a day of the month, whatever works best for you and your needs according to your monthly budget, and do your transfers on that day. Put this day in your calendar, make it an appointment, make it a priority for you and your family. Talk to your budget team about this. Have them help to hold you accountable for this. They need to know that it's Transfer Tuesday. I'm going to do my transfers today, and they need to know that it's Transfer Tuesday, and they need to follow up with you to make sure that you did your transfers. That's their job as your budget team. We will talk more about your budget team in another video, but today is about Transfer Tuesday. And I was actually very nervous about doing my Transfer Tuesday because my March monthly budget closeout didn't go as well as I had hoped. I don't get to transfer as much into my sinking funds as I had wanted to. But also, if you watched my last Transfer Tuesday and I explained how I have this really bad habit of squirreling away money, I did it again. I squirreled away our tax refund and a reimbursement that I got from work from traveling from March, and I got reimbursed from some expenses for that, and I had transferred it over and marked it down, and completely, I just, I'm really good at hiding money even for myself. I completely forgot about it, made myself, that doesn't count. It's not, it's money that's already put somewhere. So once I put that money in my sinking funds, like, it's gone. It's not money that's to be spent. It's not extra money. It has a purpose, and it's not mine to play with anymore. So I have put that money aside, and I totally forgot about it. And actually, Stephanie over at Mrs. Summers Budgets, she caught me when she was watching my monthly budget closeout, and she said, "What was all this money in your refunds category?" Which she was right. I have some extra money to transfer. So you'll see that in my Transfer Tuesday. I once again squirreled away money. It's a bad habit, but it's a good thing now because I'm coming across extra money that I get to transfer. But if my family was in this situation where we really needed that money to pay our bills, it could be a bad thing. So just pay attention. This is why we do this. When I came to do my Transfer Tuesday, I was like, oh yeah, there it is. And I would have found it eventually, but Stephanie, she caught it early, and I'm thankful for that. So thanks, Stephanie. So let's get down to Transfer Tuesday. On the screen, you can see my Remarkable. I do everything on pen and paper as much as I can. I love my Remarkable too. I'm going to be writing on this, and it's going to show up on the screen as I write. We're going to call this Transfer Tuesday. And this is for April 2024. We're going to start with money that we were planning to put in our sinking funds. So this is from our March closeout. And I think the number that I wanted to transfer was like 630 or something like that. And I only got to transfer $534, which is another conversation my husband and I had to have. I think in our overall budget, I was off by $181, so it's $681. I was off by $181, and my husband was like, you were off by 2% of the total budget or something like that. He did the math, and he said, if your kids came home with a 97% on their paper, would you be mad? I said, no. He's like, basically you scored a 97% on your budget this month. Should you be mad? No, I did okay. So I really was just being very hard on myself. If you watch that March monthly budget closeout, I didn't do so bad. We didn't do so bad. And we had a number of challenges. So I really need to lighten up on myself because it's all okay. It's going to be okay. We are in a good position. It's fine. So next are these things that I needed that Stephanie caught. I get a work reimbursement every month for expenses that I pay. And this was a big month because we had work travel. So I had that, and because of the timing that came in, I went ahead and transferred that out of my checking whenever it came in, and I didn't wait for Transfer Tuesday because I didn't want that to accidentally get spent. So I went ahead and transferred that. And then the same thing with our IRS, our tax refund, I went ahead and transferred that. So that is money that is in there now and that I had squirreled away, but she caught it. So this is all money that now gets to be transferred to our high yield savings account for our sinking funds. So that is $2,170.39 in total transfers from our checking account to our high yield savings. Next, we're going to move on to apps that I use. I scan all of my receipts. I use Get Upside. Well, it's just called Upside now. Whenever I get gas or groceries, and then I scan all of my receipts, and then we'll do our PayPals and our Venmos and all of that, and see how much money we can transfer. So we call this apps. And we're gonna start with, okay, so Pogo. I only had 1,500 out of the 3,000 points that I needed to cash out, so I'm not gonna cash that one out this month. And Receipt Hog, it's the same thing. I had 800 points out of the 1,000 that I needed, so I'm not going to cash that one out. But Upside, oh, I forgot to check my husband's Upside, but for mine, I got $2.88. Nothing from PayPal this month, but Venmo, I got $50 to transfer. This was from somebody that donated. They saw my sinking fund for my spa day that was in my Sinking Fund Saturday video, and it was a friend of mine, and she sent $50 and she said go to the spa. So that's going to go in that sinking fund when I get to my Sinking Fund Saturday. So thank you for that gift. I really, really appreciate that. I have been blown away with everybody's generosity, which brings me to my next one. I have my Buy Me a Coffee link out there, which we talked about in 2 of my videos last month, where I take all of my budget babes out to coffee. If you want to join the budget babes, I take you out to coffee and we talk about where are you at with your budget, what's going on with your life, what are your goals financially, and we talk about how the budget babes can help, and I start getting you set up with your budget, your debt digging plan, and over the course of a couple of coffees, I get you set up and we walk you through from the very beginning all the way through your debt payoff. Sorry if you can hear my dog. I get you set up with your budget, set up with your debt digging plan. So I was talking about how if you wanted to support that thing that I do, you can click down in the description. It'll be down in the description of this video too, but it's my Buy Me a Coffee link. And if you want to help me get somebody started, you can buy their coffee. So you're using my Buy Me a Coffee link to buy their coffee so that I can take them to coffee and help get them started on their budgeting journey. And I just walk them through start to finish, and they join the Budget Babes and they get their weekly accountability, and they do their monthly budget parties with us, and it's an amazing thing, this community that we've built, and I am just so blessed to be a part of it. So I am so grateful that Katie from Katie of the House, she bought me 2 coffees, and then an anonymous donor bought 20 coffees, and I've been blown away at the generosity. So I get to transfer $100.71 from the Buy Me a Coffee link over to, that'll go into my Budget Babes sinking fund. I have a sinking fund for that. So anytime I take a babe out to coffee, then I pull from that sinking fund. So all of that money does truly just go to Budget Babes, I promise. So that, from all of the apps that I got, that was $153.59. That'll be going to different sinking funds, although these 2 here are specific sinking funds. Okay, credit card rewards. So credit card rewards. I do use a credit card, but I spent 15 years where we did not use a credit card. If you cannot use a credit card responsibly, if you are in debt, this is not a game for you to play. Do not do this. You need to have a good long track record with no debt before you play this game. When my husband and I, when we decided that we were responsible enough with our money to use a credit card, we got one, and everything goes on that credit card, and we pay it off at the beginning of every month. So the first of every month, we build our monthly budget, and it's a zero-based budget. We pay off that credit card, so it's zero balance. So we are tracking our spending from day 1 to day 30 of every single month. We do not carry a balance. We don't pay it off by like the statement balance. We don't pay it off when the statement balance is due. It goes the first of the month, it's paid off every single month. So we're starting our month with 0. You do not play this credit card game. Don't do it. Seriously, do not do it. But because we do use a credit card, we are earning some rewards, some bonus points from some of these credit cards. Now, we do currently have more than one. We started with one, but now I have one for work. And then we're currently switching from the one that we had to a different one. So right now it looks like we have a couple, and so we're balancing this out. But we have our City Double Cash, which was our main credit card for a long time, because that got us 2% cash back on every purchase that we made. So we're transferring $45.70 cash back from $45.70 cash back from that card. The Capital One, that was my work credit card, but I have I don't have any points on that one. We're currently transitioning from that credit card for my work to a different credit card for my work. The Chase, that's a Visa. That was the one, if you watched my last video, that I opened up by mistake thinking it was a Costco Visa. So we used that once or twice, realized my mistake. So we get $9.42 from that one. Now that one is put in a drawer. We will not be using it anymore. Got the Costco Visa. So that one we get a whole lot more points back, but we use it for Costco. So because it's a Costco Visa, we use it at Costco, and then those points rack up for the whole year, and then once a year we will get a check from Costco. So in fact, I might not put that one on there in the future. But then I went to PNC, which is a 2% cashback card, which I will be using for my new work card instead. So the PNC card is going to replace my Capital One card because it's 2% back on everything. And Capital One, I think it was just 1% back. I can't remember, but the Capital One is now in a drawer. We won't be using that one anymore, and the PNC will replace it. So now I'll have a 2% Citi double cash card for personal use and a 2% PNC card for work use. And then we have the Costco Visa for Costco. That is as much as I want to do. We're going to try it that way for a little while and see how that works. But it's a lot to keep track of. And so you should not be playing this game. Again, disclaimer, you should not be playing this game if you cannot handle this. So the PNC is still so new that I have not made a payment on it to receive anything back. So that's 0 so far, making our total in the credit card category $55.12 this month. So I'll scroll up a little bit. And then we just have our gift card apps. And so that was Fetch. And by the way, all of my referral codes for all of these apps like Pogo, Receipt Hog, Fetch, and Upside are all in the description box below. If you're looking for a couple extra dollars a month, it's so simple. Click on my referral code, get yourself an account set up, and you just scan all of your receipts as you go throughout the month. Scan all your receipts and you get a couple of bucks. It's really helpful. I actually haven't been doing that great this month because I've been so busy. I haven't been collecting receipts for my husband, and I haven't been doing any shopping myself. But still, $2.88, every little bit counts. Last month, I think I got $5 from the Upside. So, every little bit helps. Fetch, I got $10 in Lowe's gift cards this month, so that's awesome. And the walking app, which I'm still not ready to recommend. The walking app, I'm still not ready to recommend just yet. I need to do some research on it. But I got a $5 Lowe's gift card for that one. So that's $15 right there. You guys, use these referral links in the description box and get yourself some extra money every month. Okay, so now we're going to take and go over to my Transfer Tuesday tracker. We're going to track all of these in the actual tracker. Okay, so on the screen here, you can see my tracker. And what I do here is I changed this just a little bit from last month. So what I did was as soon as I put those two transactions, those two transfers in, I marked them as initiated. Those have since gone through, so I can mark them as complete. Now, as I have made these transfers on Transfer Tuesday, I will pop up the confirmation from that, and I'll mark that as initiated. Once they pop through and are actually available funds in my account, then I mark them complete. And then on Sinking Funds Saturday, you'll see me move all of those funds into the appropriate sinking funds. So we've got our work and our IRS already completed. Okay, so now what I've done is this work transfer and this IRS transfer have already gone through. And there will be other times when I'm going to have more than one transfer from my checking account. So I added another line here so this is less confusing. So this is from my March closeout. and it was $500.34, and I initiated that today. Here's the confirmation screenshot to put up there for you to see that that has begun today. As soon as that goes through, then I'll mark it completed, and you can see that on my Sinking Fund Saturday video where that'll be completed, and then I'll be able to put that in the sinking funds that I want to apply that to. Next we have, so that's the, I wish there was a way to fit all of this up there on the screen at one time. Let me see if I can. So I've got my March closeout, my work reimbursement here, and my IRS here. Next on my list is Pogo and Receipt Hog. I didn't have enough for. Upside is $2.88, so let's put that in there, $2.88. And we've initiated that. There is the screenshot there to prove that. Venmo, that was $50. We've initiated that, and there's the screenshot. That will go in my spa day. That was what I had called a want, not a need, in one of my sinking fund videos, and I'm so grateful for my friend that sent me $50 and said, go to the spa. So that was really, really kind, and I really appreciate that. And now for the coffee, which I do not have on here. I was so excited when that came through. It was the first time it had ever come through. I've never gotten that. That's going to my high yield savings for the Budget Babes sinking fund. So that's what that's for, and that got $100.71. Katie of the house was generous enough to give 2 coffees, and then another anonymous donor gave 20 coffees, and I'm just so blessed. I'll be able to help so many women this way with their budgets and getting started. So that's $171 going straight to my household savings for the Budget Babes Sinking Funds. So that takes care of the apps section. Credit cards, we've got our city card, that's right here. That one was $45.70, and I'll pop up the confirmation for that. And the Chase Visa, that was $9.42. Again, if you are not responsible with credit cards, do not play this game. Don't be using credit cards. We went a good long time without credit cards. So that takes care of the credit cards and those confirmation pages. Now the gift cards. So I got a $10 Lowe's gift card, and I got a $5 Lowe's gift card here. So we're using all of these points to help with our with our basement and our bathroom remodel that we now have to do. So watch the emergency fund update video for more information about that. So the total amount I was able to save this month was $2,379.10, because I took my time on a Transfer Tuesday to move all of the money that I needed to move in the right direction. So on Sinking Fund Saturday, then I will take all of this money. Once all of those transfers have been completed, I will track those where I want them to go and put them in the correct sinking funds that I want to allocate them to. But today we transferred $2,379. If you're not doing a Transfer Tuesday, start doing a Transfer Tuesday. You do it once a week, you do it once a month. Pick a day and move your money. Move it to meet your goals. Don't just let that money disappear into thin air. Move your money to your goals. Keep going. You've got this.